Streets 105.1 Dsmoovee, aka Smooth Diddy, aka Ain't Nobody Smoother, aka The Smoothest BKA. I got so many AKs I forgot my own name. Look, if you tapping in with me right now, you looking at me live through the YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel On the Streets Radio. So all you got to do is type that in on YouTube, and then you'll be able to see my amazing guests. As the intro now doesn't say, but I still know it's true. I have some of the dopest people in St. Louis with me, and today I have Miss Myrina Renaissance in the building. How you doing today, Miss Myrina?
What's up, Smooth?
It's so nice to have you.
You too.
I had to look. Y'all gonna be able to see her, but I had to compliment her on her style today. Like, she was giving me real Brooklyn style. Like I'm loving the look. I'm loving how you just came and swagged up on me. You know what I'm saying? Really eclectic. I love it.
Thank you.
So,
I appreciate you.
Miss Myrina, I need you to introduce yourself for the people who don't know you, and it's not that many people who don't know you, but let them know who you are, let them know what you do.
For sure, I am Myrina Renaissance, and I am a master collaborator and a photographer, and an NFT educator.
Absolutely.
I love photographing Black women. I love positive Black imagery, and so that's really my driver and my motivation for the art that I do. And then I also love to bring women together, and to tell stories about Black women that we don't remember or that have been forgotten. So, and then I dabble a little bit in the tech industry. So
You be in tech too?
just a little bit.
How you like I'm intrigued, because I was intrigued the first time I met. I'm like, how do you do all these things simultaneously? Like, how do you make it work?
Team.
Okay.
Like having a team of people who support the mission, who see the vision, and who want to, rally around me to make sure that things are moving smoothly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I trust them. So I have to trust them enough to let go.
Let go and let God.
Yeah, that part.
I know what you mean. Big shout out to the team here. I always shout out T Strong, because he always here, and then shout out to Key, because she here. I now have a team, so I know the feeling of like trying to get it together. Like, and it's dope to see, because I see you all the time, and I see you in like this big bright light because of everything that you're doing. And I always see you in great spaces, right? Like, so that's saying a lot for you, but that's also saying a lot for me, because we're in the same spaces. So I want to go back to first the stories about Black women being told. What actually made you want to start doing that? What was that driving factor for you?
I actually had a dream. Probably, was it 2021? I sound like Martin Luther King, don't I? Had a dream.
It is Black History Month, so
right.
you got it. You got it.
I had a dream, and I wanted to work with a group of women on a production team.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, every time I work on a production or a set, I'm usually around like men, and it's always predominantly men in my industry.
Yeah.
So I was like, what does it look like to actually put together a team of Black women who can execute on a high level, be experts at what they do, and produce dope content? And so I just reached out to them, and I was like, hey, I love what you do. This is what I'm doing. Would you like to join it? And they was like, yeah. And I put it together in 5 days for the first production. And majority of the women that were in that room were strangers. They had never met each other before the day of production. And so we had about 11 of them, and I wanted to tell the stories of the women who we don't talk about. Women's History Month to me in St. Louis, there's not a lot of programming.
No, it's not.
Time for us. Like, I may see posts and stuff, but like programming and like telling our stories, like that wasn't. I didn't see a lot of it, and I wanted to do that.
Absolutely.
And so this is after COVID when I did the first installment. And then in 2022, we did it in the dark room, and the team just grew even bigger. And the opportunity for many more women to join the team was just there. And so when the dark room was like, yeah, you can do it here and put it on exhibition, I was like, bet, let's do it,
I love that. Like, honestly, for men or for people to tune into or tap into, it's not that many things that you can kind of participate in when it comes to Women's History Month. And that to me doesn't say like that we're honoring women. And I want to thank you so much for even giving us a chance to do that, because that's what's empowering. Yeah. The fact that we get a chance to actually celebrate with you during that month, even though it should be all the time, as I always state. But thank you so much for even having that idea or having that dream.
Yeah.
As I gotta do you. I gotta give you back. Yeah.
Credits. It was definitely something that I didn't expect to be what it is today. But it is. Like, even this year, we've grown, aside from it just being an all women's, initiative. We have some Black men who are playing more supportive roles to the Black women and helping lift us through the project. And I was like, wait, hold on. At first, I was like, no, I want to stay true to the mission of Black women. But in the culture, like, we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge Black men and the roles that they play.
Well, thank you so much, sister. I appreciate you.
In us being this inclusive, it's been really dope to see how our men and women work together, and then how we show up for each other, like, regularly. I want
to offer you this too, not only on air, but I want to let me know how I can be of support to you, especially if you need to bring the women up here or whatever the case is, or if you want to, whatever, let me know. And if I can do it, trust me, you got it.
Thank you.
No problem. So not only are you doing dope things for women, you are also doing dope things for Black people and teaching Black people about NFTs and teaching the word about NFTs. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't got the bandwidth for it. I'll be lit. I should have
brought you a shirt. I made some shirts at the watch party that said, can I curse on here?
Yeah, you good.
I made some shirts for the watch party that said, what the fuck is an NFT? And they were literally limited edition shirts. Yeah. And they were signed, and they got them at the watch party. And so a lot of people were like, oh my God, I love this because I still feel like this. What the fuck is an NFT?
I straight up.
Yeah.
So I don't have the bandwidth for it, but I be trying. Honestly. Since you got into it, I'll be like, all right, I'm a little bit more. And for me, it takes people to get into it and introduce me to it for me to like say, this is something like I'm going to find like it's cool. So you like my connected with it. So yeah. I'm pretty sure you heard that before. But definitely. Honestly, how did you get into the NFT space? What made you like fully functional? Like what got you interested in it?
COVID, Clubhouse. And being at home, feeling stifled, as a creative, and just wanting to figure out what else was out here. And so when I was joining Clubhouse rooms, I was seeing some of my friends win in NFTs. And I was like, wait, hold on. What is this again? What are y'all doing, you know? And so I would sit in these Clubhouse rooms for hours. We would run 24-hour rooms sometimes, learning, putting in the work, like being guinea pigs in the space, testing the technology, stuff like that, And so my friends would have their drops where they would drop their NFT projects, and they would sell out in like, less than 24 hours. Yeah. And then, less than 48 hours. Like, oh my God, all this money, this is crazy, all this excitement around it. And so through seeing and witnessing that, I was like, okay, I know this is a lane, not only for me, but for my culture, to not be consumers of it when it gets past, the ability for us to understand it, but to be builders in the space. And so I come from a background of facilitation training. I teach a lot. I teach French at a homeschool co-op right now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Voulez-vous que c'est avec soi? I got a little bit of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I tapped in like from my teaching skills. Like, you know what? I may not always know exactly how to do promotion and all this marketing and like just different things that are required. I'm still an artist, but I love to teach. And so in me wanting to teach people about it, I held the first NFT onboarding workshop here in St. Louis back in March of last year. And I tied it in with my project, Her Eminent Reign. And so I wanted to teach people, and that's what I did. So lately I've been going on local tours. I've traveled across the country, spoken on panels, did a TED Talk recently on it.
Look at her. Look.
It's just...
let me brag on myself, because you got to know when you getting guests that's been around the world, around the country, that's been on TED Talks, you're doing something right. So thank you so much for letting me know I'm dope by having you up here. Like, honestly, that's all it takes. You gotta I gotta know that I'm dope because of the people that I hang around.
That's real.
And I'm pretty sure you've heard that again. Yeah. Like I'm just honest. I'm honored to know that you have really transform that space of NFTs and Black people knowing about financial literacy, about what's next, what to expect, and you being prevalent in that space. Yeah. Like, honestly, Myrina, I don't know anybody that is even in that space that even details it like you do.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you this because I always like wondered about your name, Myrina Renaissance. Yeah, talk to us about that because that's just a personal question.
So Myrina is my given name from my mama and my daddy.
Shout out to moms and pops.
Shout out to mama and daddy. So that's my given name. But then Renaissance came from wanting a new beginning. So back in 2016, when all the Ferguson stuff happened with Mike Brown, I witnessed a lot of, protests and things like that. Literally before then, I had only saw it on TV.
Yeah.
But to be a part of it, it was like, whoa, okay, this is still happening. It's a different way that it changes you. And so it made me want to go and like learn my history, research, understand who it is that I am and where I come from. And so through that journey is when I started peeling back the layers of assimilation, when, I started peeling back not wanting to be in corporate anymore. I wanted to discover self and not have, this lens on me that told me that I couldn't be who it is that I truly am.
Absolutely.
And so that Renaissance means new beginning. So I was like, okay, I'm just Renaissance now.
Speaking
I'm Renaissance before Beyonce came out with her situation. I'm gonna ride the coattail a little bit.
All right, now I ain't messing with the queen, but if you got it, you got it. Because look, they coming strong behind her. As you stated, entrepreneurship is a different way. And as a black woman in entrepreneurship, especially in St. Louis, we know that St. Louis is #1 for black women in entrepreneurship. Yeah. But being able to, and I know that's a clapping moment. So we're gonna get our things together. We're gonna get some clapping things. I don't know. T Strong might be able to put something. I don't know. He might be able to do something. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get it active. Boom. But being in entrepreneurship is one of the most amazing things. And to be able to talk about it and to be able to live it is a different thing. Talk to me about the feeling that you had when you got into entrepreneurship and you really started to take off.
Oh my gosh. So I've been in this game for 7 years. 7 years just happened last month.
Yes, Sirski. Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't even celebrate an anniversary or nothing like that. It's I'm just in it, But in my beginning stages, I did a lot of stuff for the free 99. And it was, just about building my portfolio, building my reputation, allowing people to know, like, and trust me. And that just took time, I definitely had my moments where I was like, okay, this is a huge sacrifice for my family. I have 5 children. Now
do you?
Now I do, yeah.
Okay.
At the time I had 3.
All right, Mama Bear. I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm popping them. But
yeah.
I'm procreating.
That's right.
But it was like it was a huge sacrifice for my family. There was not money coming in like it should have been. On top of that, I'm going to college at the same time. So full-time college student and starting a business. We talking about broke.
Yeah, broke.
But when I started to find my groove and really understand who it is that I am, that's when I walked away from my master's program. So I had a fully funded master's program that I walked away from.
Word?
MBA, yeah. I know. It's because I wanted to follow my dream. I wanted to follow your heart,
yeah.
And, sometimes spirit be pulling. It be like, okay, we see that you're on this path. This cool. But spirit telling me to go somewhere else.
Absolutely.
And I needed
not
to
Spirit Airlines,
I couldn't keep fighting it no more. So I went. And in me doing that, it was one of those eye-opening moments where I opened up the studio in the middle of the pandemic. When I opened that up, I was like, a big leap of faith. Okay, am I gonna be able to do this? People ain't spending no money on no pictures. But lo and behold, that's all people could do.
Absolutely.
Take pictures because everybody in the house. So shit just took off from there.
I love it. And I was just finna get to that piece of who Myrina is, the photography piece. Everybody knows you for that. Not only for that, but that's one of the main pieces that people know you for. Talk to us. What's that feeling like when you had that camera in your hand? And when did you discover you had that eye? I love when photographers talk about that eye.
So my daddy was the picture man. Shout out Michael Ote, the picture man.
Okay.
That was my daddy. He took the pictures in the club.
Oh, straight up.
That was my daddy. So, he was doing that up until probably 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's 70 now. He's an older man. But he was the picture man. And he didn't take us to the club with us to do pictures and stuff, but he would do weddings and stuff. And we would have to go and work those weddings. So that was the first time that I picked up a camera.
Yeah.
And then after I was let go from my job for being too authentically me, I picked the camera back up and I started like training again. And I was like, okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing. One of the main things that like allowed me to really enjoy it was wanting to not always have this negative imagery of Black people. I got so sick of seeing us slain in the streets, you know, women hypersexualized. I just got sick of seeing it. So I wanted to change the narrative and just, you know, do it the way that I saw it was, you know, elevating for the culture.
Absolutely.
And so when I get behind that camera, especially when I'm in my studio and I'm in my creative zone, I'm heading to a photo shoot after I leave here, but it's a different like feeling.
Yeah.
It's a feeling of liberation. It's a feeling of creativity. You know, I get really excited when I'm seeing the work come through to fruition. And sometimes I've cried behind the camera like, oh my God, I thought it, but I didn't know I could execute on it. And here it is, you know, and it looks really beautiful. And so I don't want to do anything else. I want to do other things, but I don't want to not do that.
Absolutely.
So if I'm going to be doing other things, I'm going to be doing that
too.
and photography.
Yeah.
Because photography is my bag.
I love it. And I know like I've seen you at a multitude of events, and like by far, like I love like every shot that you've taken, and it's so natural, and it seems like it come off with ease for you. Yeah, so, and I know, like you said, having your daddy be like that one, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to get all the tricks and the trades and be able to kind of create your own thing from it. So I think that's dope. I love when people like they take what their parents did, but they elevate it. Yeah. Like that's beautiful to me.
I got my own style, my own way of shooting, you know, even my own business model from my daddy. You know, I don't print no pictures. He definitely was trying to get me into that in the beginning. Yeah. I was like, Daddy, no. Like we on the digital wave. Everybody wants stuff digitally, you know, so I just do that.
And do it really, really well.
Thank you.
So talk to us about, you talked to me about an event that you got coming up really, really soon, actually next week. Talk to us about that. What's going on with you?
Her Eminent Rain, that's my baby. That's a passion project. You know, you know how, I don't know, you know, broke girlfriends. I feel like that's how her Eminent Rain is. Like, she don't got no money, but she spend all mine. But she worth it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I am enamored. That part. I am honored to, like, enamored with this project. I'm enamored with the women that are a part of this project and even the men that have been a part of this project this year. We have an event next Thursday, and this is the first time we've ever done a kickoff event. And the purpose of the kickoff event is to, one, acknowledge all of our production team, allow people from the public to actually meet the women behind the project. And then, two, we're going to let everybody know the 3 women that we chose for this year's project to go up in Lambert Airport. So I'm really excited.
Wait a minute now. You in the airport now?
Yeah. So we'll be in Lambert Airport this year.
All right now.
On exhibition. We're projecting anywhere between up to 15 million people will view the exhibition in the airport.
That has to be amazing. Like exactly. Like you gotta Yeah. That's amazing. Like when you get to those levels. Like honestly, when you get to know people that are at those levels, it's really amazing. But when you get to those levels personally, what does that do for you?
I just want to bring more people with me. It just make me want to like touch more people, like tap in. Hey, come along this ride with me. Hey, this is what I'm doing. Come over here with me, and like let's amplify it even more. Which is why the kickoff event to me is so important this year, because I feel like the more community and culture we have around us to amplify the Black women that are part of this project and the stories of the Black women that we're telling, we are going to be even more unstoppable. All proceeds from the tickets will go towards pushing the project to be produced in order to go into the airport.
Wow.
So we need the community's help. Like that's just really where we are. We need the help.
Absolutely. So how can people attend the event? Is it tickets? How do we support?
Yeah. So if you go on Her Eminent Reign, Her Eminent Reign Instagram or hereminentrain.art, that's our website. You can find ticket information on there at the link in bio. And once you come, you ain't gonna want to leave because we turning
Absolutely.
up. All I'm saying is bring your most creative look. You know what I'm saying? Make
Okay,
sure
so
them
you
hips got the, put a little oil on the hips.
Okay.
'Cause we moving it a little bit.
All right now.
But the really cool aspect that I'm bringing this year is language.
Yeah.
So the name of the series this year is called The Armor of Her. And so armor, we're paralleling the armor from women of ancient Kemet to the modern woman today. And that you knew her status and her position and her role based on her armor and the building projects that she had.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And so today's woman, you know her status and her role based on, how does she show up? Does she show up in a suit?
Mm-hmm.
And to take her seriously? Does it take away from her femininity? No. Is she wearing her crown and her accessories? Probably. But one of the key aspects that allowed women from ancient Kemet to be so successful in their reign was language. And so I will be teaching French to the audience that night to help us establish our own little cultural code, you know what I mean? That allows for one to protect their nation and, collectively there's a loyalty involved when you know a language with each other.
Absolutely. I love the fact that now I just kind of pictured what you're doing because honestly, like how we tell sometimes the status of a person is through those things and through how the person shows up or how the woman shows up. So I think that's going to be amazing.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Are men invited?
Absolutely. Bruh. Come outside. Like, we need y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it is a Women's History Month project.
Yeah.
But, again, I can only be attained by the two.
Her story is also our story.
My man's. What he said, and we ain't on new
So
stead.
we just kicking off during Black History Month. It's the Black History Month and Women's History Month takeover. That's all I'm saying.
I love it. I love it. So, I don't know, T Strong, you might better do this, but I wanted to. So, if you click on this link when we post this video, you can be able to check out Her Eminent Reign and be able to tap in. So I don't. You want to send us the link because I want to see if we could do that. Like honestly, if we could do that, like this is gonna be hard. I don't know if he could do that, but I just wanted to do
You
that.
could do that. Okay.
So
I'm sending you the link.
And so honestly, like
Let's
we
drive
got
that traffic, drive
yeah.
the numbers up. We
I
need
love
the
it.
support. We need the community to come outside. We need y'all to party with us and learn a new language with a twist. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Somebody told me on one of my lives the other day that this was the first African American project with this many Black creatives on a project going up in the airport. So if that's the case,
You better talk about it.
if that's the case,
Uh huh.
I'm gonna need y'all to come out and help us make history, her story, our story,
Story, yes.
all of that, their story, all of that. I love this. I love this project. I really do, and I love the women and the people who have been involved in it. And we going up. That's just it.
Well, I will definitely be there, so I need to get my ticket.
Get your ticket.
I need to get my ticket.
What? You going? All right, I'm
He gonna be there.
that link
Yeah, drop the link
down below.
down below. I always want to do that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I always want to do that. Miss Myrina, thank you so much for coming up and talking to us. Thank you for telling her story. And if you could please let people know how they can follow you, how they can tap in with you, how they can book you. I know you probably booked out to next year for photos, but let people know how they can tap in with you.
Yes, so you can definitely tap in with me on Instagram at RenaissanceTJS. I'm on Twitter at Myrina O. And then on Facebook at Myrina Renaissance. Also, you can visit my website, renaissancetjs.com and hereminentrain.art. That's where you can find more information. If you're looking for NFTs, you can definitely find me more information on that. I'm dropping the e-course real soon.
Okay, I might try to muster up the.
Hey, look, don't be tired. Don't be tired and think about NFTs.
I really do.
Because you like,
you see, like
it's really not that complex.
Cause you a genius.
It's the way I drop. It's the way that it's the analogies that I put together for the way that I bring it together. Like I compare things in regular everyday life
Okay.
to the terms and definitions that are pertinent to the space. So in the way that I bridge that gap, I think it helps people to really understand it. I'm teaching people from 6 years old. My oldest person that attended the class was 70-some years old.
We didn't even get to talk. Hold on now. You can't go yet because I forgot. We didn't even talk about your TED Talk.
Yeah, what about it?
Talk to us about it. How was that feeling? How was that feeling?
So I got a chance to present in front of a sold-out audience of 500 people.
Look at her.
In Kirkwood. My TED Talk was really an interesting moment. During the watch party, I actually I showcased the documentary of my process leading up into the talk. And that was quite interesting, very vulnerable moment. But I'm the first person in TEDx St. Louis history where they had to write a letter and get approval from TEDx for me to use the word fuck on stage.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He had to contact Ted himself, you said?
They had to contact the Big Ted to
that's
get
crazy.
approval for me to use the word fuck.
I love it.
Oh, well, I don't think you can, curse. Even though in my audition, I cursed.
Yeah.
So you knew what you was getting
when
you
you
told me, you know what I mean? So they were like, well, we don't think you can curse. And I was like, well, to be honest, this is the only way I know how to be. How am I going to be authentic?
Yeah.
And so they were like, you know what? And they wrote the letter and I got the approval and I used the word fuck twice. So I'm very proud of my fuck.
And as you should be.
And I'm branding it.
And you branding it?
Yeah.
You all right now.
It is trademarked, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck is an NFT? It's trademarked.
That escalated very quickly.
I don't play.
Thank you so much, Ms. Myrina. One more time, tell them how they can follow you, how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Renaissance TJS, on Facebook at Myrina Renaissance, and on Twitter at Myrina O. Visit my website at renaissancetjs.com or hereminentrain.art.
Streets 105.1, make sure you tap in with this queen. Make sure you support. Make sure you get your tickets. I'm going to be there. My dog T Strong going to be there. And look, make sure you tap on the link below. All right. It's Streets 105.1. I got some ads coming up, and I got some little brother right after that. Call that number 314-669-1390.